Hello, hello, hello. On a cold evening. Hope everybody is well. Hope come and say hello to me. Come and join me. Wait for a few minutes to let a couple of people come on. Robert, hello. You're already on here. Lovely to see you. And yes, we have viewers, which is really good. Let me know who's on. Say hello, and um, and then I'll explain what I'm going to do this evening. I'm going to do it a bit differently tonight. So those of you that were with me last week will have seen that I finished my evening sniffing and sneezing and couldn't find tissues, and I ended up in a heap in my bed. And this week I have had what you call it, a virus, influenza, influenza A. So I've been really, really sick this week. Hey, Ian, lovely to see you. So I don't apologize for coming on tonight. I don't feel 100%, but I wanted to do tonight because I'm seeing so much sickness and so much illness around. And I realized that we've actually lost the ability to be able to heal ourselves. And excuse me. And I think it's important that we maybe reconnect, rekindle, rethink about how we can help ourselves. And so tonight is all about healing. And I want to do a reconnection healing globally to try and um, um, reignite that healing energy that I think is important for all of us. I'm just looking at myself in the screen. I've actually lost 5 kilos this week, which is about 11 pounds. So I look a bit gaunt, to say the least. Anyway, a few pounds shedding is always good. So let me know, because I see there's a couple of people on here. So let me know who's on here. I love to know who I'm talking to. Robert and Ian, I can already see you up here. I'm sipping on hot tea, so I'm hoping my throat will be okay. Um, and as always happens when you're not 100%, everything seems to go all wrong. So wrong cameras are not working. So anyway, so I know it's winter in Australia, and I know that wintertime produces an awful lot of illness. But I don't know if you're noticing, like myself. Mary Perry, lovely to see you. And I'm sorry I haven't been able to get to you yet, Mary, but I have literally been in my bed all week with the influenza A. So I shouldn't really be doing this, but I'm doing it because it just felt for me that it was important. Mandy, no, I'm not feeling better, but anyway, I'm here. I'm trying to look the part. But I know it I know it is winter, and excuse me stuttering and starting, but anyway. There just seems to be so much illness out there, and it is really worrying me that, I think we've lost the ability to be able to heal ourselves, to help ourselves, and to make things better for ourselves, but also to pass that energy and that healing abilities on to other people. So I wanted to talk because my beginnings was actually as a healer. I never ever wanted to be a medium. All I ever wanted to do is to be a healer. I used to watch the healers in our church, and they were absolutely incredible. There were so many wonderful, wonderful healers, and their skills and their talents were amazing. They never asked for any credit or anything, and they just did what they did because that was their passion. And after having watched these people and having experienced some of the healings that I'd had, I know that, there was one session, for instance, I didn't know the people in it. This was not my church. This is another church. Hi, Rosemary. So this was at another church, and the healer sat in front of me, or actually she sat to the side of me, and she had her hands down either side of my body, and she started off at the top of my head, and she worked her way all the way down, and she stopped at certain points, And the points that she stopped at were the weaknesses that I actually have in my system. So I'm an asthmatic. At the time, I was really, really sick, and my lungs were completely yuck. And she stopped there, and she couldn't go past there because she said, "This is where your issue is." And I thought, I couldn't believe that she was spot on. But what was also interesting was, as she was sitting there, with her hands either side of my body, I could feel it was like a rod, a hot rod going right through my body. And I felt that. It was so, so powerful. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are on here. Rosemary, for instance, you are the most incredible healer. I've experienced your healing as well. And it has been phenomenal. And to be able to feel what people can do to you is really really quite important. So for those of you that didn't hear, I collapsed in a heap after last Monday, and I've had influenza A, and I've been in bed all week. But while I've been lying there and contemplating my thoughts, I thought about the fact that we have lost our ability to heal for ourselves. And I think this is very, very important. You know, I do my healing thoughts and send out the thoughts weekly, but I wanted to do a little bit more today. So, and I may not go a full hour tonight because I'm really, really not feeling 100%, but it just was in me to, I think I got woken up yesterday morning, and Spirit said to me, why don't you just do a healing for everybody? It'll help you as well, but it'll also help others. So as I said, my first experiences with healers was just phenomenal. And then experiencing the wonderful healers at our church, and there were numerous of them. We used to have a healing session every Tuesday afternoon and every Thursday afternoon. And the queues for these healers was huge. But they were so powerful, and they were so dedicated, but they were so humble in what they did. They just did. And I remember when I was being taught, it was you're being taught to work from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. So it was a three-way process of working with the spirit world. And excuse me, when I had my, oh, thank you, Maria. I don't feel lovely, that's for sure. But when I had my first lesson, and they said, right, we want you to put your hands out, and we want you to put your hands on somebody's shoulders in the, in the class. So some were sitting down as recipients and some were healers. And I remember being the healer, putting my hands on the shoulders of the person in front of me. And they said, right, now we want you to do this from spirit, through spirit, to spirit. And we want you to, hello, Donna, and we want you to feel the energy and the flow of the energy from through your body. So I remember putting my hands on, and it was really quite spooky because my hands started to grow, my arms started to grow, and it felt like I'd become somebody completely different. And it was the scariest thing in the world. But I knew that I was doing the right thing, and I knew that I was feeling the spirit working through me. And on another occasion, I know I had a little German, and he had little glasses and a long frock coat, doctor, and he had the stethoscope thing around his neck. And he was just so, so funny, but again, so powerful and so strong. Hello, Brogan, and hello, Yvette. So that was my experiences when I first started. And, I got I got to 1 year, 11 months and so many days through my 2-year training period. And I used to get the messages from spirit as well. And my teacher said to me, you can't do the messages. And I thought, oh, okay. But I like doing the messages, and there's obviously a place for that. And some of the people that used to come for their healing used to like the messages as well. So I actually made a decision to step away from hands-on healing, and just do the I say just do the mediumship. That is an incredible healing in itself. But that was my beginnings. That was how I started off. Michelle, lovely to see you. Vanessa, hello. So what can we do about healing for ourselves, and what can we do about healing for others, and what can we do about healing for our planet? So I would like to do a global healing meditation a little bit later, but I've just got a few things that I wanted to go through, because I was just doing some research on the internet today. But there are many healers in our world, and there have been since, time immemorial. And recently, of course, I went to the UK, and I went to the Harry Edwards Centre. Now, Harry Edwards was a healer, and he'd gone to a spiritualist church in 1935. He was just an ordinary man. He'd been an army man. He was a businessman, but he went to Healing for Gail, yes, and he went into this spiritualist church, and sorry, I'm all sixes and sevens. He went into this spiritualist church, and one of the healers there said, "You're actually a natural healer yourself," and he didn't have a clue what they were talking about. Anyway, he obviously pursued it, and of course, in May, when I was away, I went to the Harry Edwards Healing Centre, and it was a most incredible experience, because you walk up the drive of this place, and it was his home that he dedicated to healing full time. But when I walked in the door, I felt like I'd been given the biggest hug ever. And I told the reception lady that. I said, "Oh my gosh, this just feels incredible." Um, and healing for Val. Thank you, Ian. And when we walked around, Jenny and I, Jenny Doherty, we walked around the centre. We went into where they do the healings, and where they do the sanctuary bit, where they do all the services, etc. And we went to the reading rooms and the cafeteria. Every single part of that building had its own energy, and it was just phenomenal. So, okay, so he got very famous with his work. And as I said, he dedicated his beautiful home at Burroughsley in Sheer to the dedication of healing. So it was interesting, because I didn't realize this, but in 1948, he held a demonstration in Manchester, which was attended by about 6,000 people. And in September 1951, during the Festival of Britain, he appeared at the Festival Hall in London, where he demonstrated spiritual healing to a packed hall. And anybody that knows the Festival Hall will know it's an enormous place, absolutely enormous. Lenny, how lovely to see you. Okay, so I might get a bit out of breath, but please bear with me. Okay, so, and then he went on to become the president of the National Federation of Healers, which is an incredible group of people who learn the healing skills, and they are qualified. They have to do it in a set way. There's rules and regulations, but it is believed that I was really enjoying reading this all up today. It's believed that by the Egyptians, that Osiris invented medicine, but over times the records have been lost. But there are so many talismans, charms, and magic that were used in temples around the world. And in 850 BC, there are cases recorded on the walls of temples, the same way doctors use their books nowadays to enter medical records. So, healing medicine goes back such a long way. And of course, I remember when I was doing my healing training, and they were talking about the various stories that were in the Bible. Hello, Kate. And it's interesting, you know, they are natural. I've got here the widow's son, and God led Elijah to the home of a widow and her son, who kindly gave him the last of their food. Shortly after, the widow's son grew ill and stopped breathing. She was angry and confused. Why would God take her son after she had helped his prophet? Her fear was short-lived. Elijah prayed for the son, and the boy began to breathe again. Now I know that you are a man of God, the widow said to Elijah, and that the word of the Lord from your mouth is the truth. And there's one about the leaping man. The apostles, John and Peter, came across a man who was unable to walk. And Peter called on the power of Jesus to help the man, and helped him to his feet. Suddenly the man leapt up and was dancing around. I love these little stories because they're quite important, and they're things that we forget, because this is a natural ability, a natural talent that we all have within us. So the man named Lazarus, when Jesus and his disciples learned that Lazarus was dead, they went to where he was buried. Jesus instructed Lazarus's sisters to remove the stone to his tomb, but no one was there. Believed that but no one there believed that Lazarus would be alive. Did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? Jesus said. And they removed the stone, and Lazarus walked out. God's promise was fulfilled. And there are so many different stories like that. But, you know, I believe that we have the life force in us is God, and that, oh, okay. Hold on a sec. I think my battery might run out if I'm not careful. That should do it. Yeah, so we have the life force within us, which is God. So that spark, that essence that keeps us going, is the divine connection to the divine. And all we have to do, hello Patrick, all we have to do is to tap into that, and we are able to give that healing, and give healing to ourselves and to others as well. It's so simple, but I think it's one of those things that we've just forgotten about. And it's really, really important that we try and tap back into that as many times as we can, as often as we can, and for as many as we can as well. So we are all part of, as I said, we're all part of that divine source. So if we are part of that divine source, why can't we do more with it? Hello, Janie, lovely to see you. So I found a couple of things on the internet, and this one it's funny, it kept disappearing from me, but I knew that I had to find it again because it was so interesting. And there is a reference in this to the Avatar movie. So it says, did you know that do you know what mycelium is? Whoever made the Avatar movie knew it. Mycelium, or mycorrhizis, is a fungus that expands underground, creating a network of connections between all plant species, something like the internet, which allows them not only to communicate, but also to take care of themselves, protect themselves, and feed themselves, stock up on the water when a tree in the forest is cut down. This mycelium communicates to too many trees in the forest that one of them is dying, and all the other trees, through the mycelium, begin to care for the remaining trunk to try to save that life. I think that's actually a really lovely thing. So something in the forest knows that there's something wrong, and something is connecting all of them together, and and it helps the whole forest. If you remember rightly, in Avatar, that little flowery, funny little mushroomy thing that connected all the roots and all the trees, and made everything well and made everything better. I just think that is incredible. So it says everything has a language, and I'm taking this from something that somebody has written, a lady called Michelle Price, and I really, really wanted to talk about this. Um, Everything has a language. It is the universal language. We learn to reconnect, and this non-verbal language, understanding that we are all part of the same thing. We still have a lot to learn from our older brothers, from the trees and the forest, and above all, our Mother Earth. It's very true, isn't it? We have an awful lot to learn from everything that is around us. Um, I think we've just forgotten, and I keep saying that, we've just forgotten. Um, so some of the other things that I found today was a healer is not someone you go to for healing. A healer is someone that triggers within you your own ability to heal yourself. Now, I like that because if yes, we go to somebody and they facilitate us, but they trigger something within us that makes us realize or makes us reawaken to something within our system that allows us to heal ourselves. Yeah, all plants and animals are alike, Lenny. You're right. Um, Hello, Robert. You're back. I love it. So it says, you can't heal the people you love. You can't make choices for them. You can't rescue them. You can promise that they won't journey alone. You can loan them your map. And this trip is theirs, that this trip is theirs. So you can promise that they won't journey alone. You can loan them your map and that this trip is theirs. And again, lovely words, and quite strong and quite powerful. Okay, so I know I'm going a bit quick, and I'm very aware of the fact that I'm not making a lot of sense tonight because I'm not 100%, but I really did want to do this. Now, I'm hoping that you will join me in a meditation, because I want you to do this for yourselves and also for our planet and for everybody that is out there that is sick. And although I said here, we can't heal the people, we can help them. And that's what I want to do tonight is there are too many people out there who are sick and ailing. We don't know why they're sick and ailing, so we want to be able to do something. Um, oh, yeah, you journey through your husband's cancer, Mary. I get that. Jesus was the ultimate example of a great teacher. He never taught us how to heal and live life. He showed us by being the teacher and then leading by example. Absolutely. And I think that's what we all need to learn to do. Just be an example to others of how they can lead their lives and be in their lives. And you know what? It is the simplest thing in the world. I know in the book The Secret, they talk about how we can heal ourselves, and they make it sound so simple, but it is simple, and we just try and overcomplicate it. I'm at the moment I'm trying my absolute best to do without medication because I don't want to pump myself full of all sorts of nasties. So let's all give it a go. Let's all give it a go. So please just bear with me on this one. I don't have any music, and I'm just going to do it in silence, or in quiet. And I want you to all join me and close your eyes. And I want you to expand your auric energy as far as you can. Yeah, I agree, Patrick. So expanding that auric energy out as far as you can. Fill your room, fill your space. And I want you to fill it with a beautiful color of your own choice. Doesn't matter what the color is. You can choose black, you can choose gold, you can choose purple. It doesn't matter. You choose a color which suits you right this minute. And I want you to picture over your head that light spiraling overhead. and it's spiraling downwards, so it's downward spiral. Okay, that beautiful color of healing light that you visualized. It's already filled your healing, your auric energy field. Now I want you to do some reconnection. I want you to put your hands on your heart, and I want you to connect to your heart space. So put your hand on your heart and picturing that spiral of beautiful light coming down. Allow that spiral of light to come down to your heart space and allow it to centralize over that heart chakra. And I want you to feel this as well. Feel that beautiful magical energy as it expands your heart energy, your heart center. If we can feel the healing from the heart, that's a very good place to start and a very powerful place to start. So reconnecting that heart center. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. And also, as you're breathing in, you're filling your lungs with that beautiful light as well. So that healing energy is penetrating right into your body. I don't know if you can feel what I feel, but my heart is just pounding here. It's rather special. So that's reconnecting with your heart center. And next, I want you to put your hands over your liver to reconnect to your liver, because these are very important organs in your body, and they've got very powerful functions. So again, you're reconnecting to the liver. You're imagining that beautiful spiral of colorful, warm, beautiful light as it penetrates your liver, and it rekindles it, reaffirms it, reignites it, giving it energy, giving it strength, pushing out all the toxins. And remember, you're doing this yourself. You're healing yourself. You're using your ability, your power, your skills to be able to heal your own body. Breathe into it. Breathe into your liver. And as you're breathing into it, you're pushing out those negative energies. All the while you're seeing that beautiful spiraling light, spiraling downwards. And now I want you to put your hands on any area of your body that is sick or unwell. And I want you to bring that beautiful spiraling, healing light into those parts of your body that are not well. Again, you're reconnecting to those body parts. You're reconnecting to your own energy source, and you're pushing out any negativity, any pain, any hurt, any damage, and you're replenishing replenishing it with a healing energy and with healing cells. So we're pushing out all those damaged and dead cells, and we're replenishing all of that with new regenerated cells. I want you to then go to the crown chakra, and that's exactly what I want you to be doing now. Is we're going to go down through each of the chakras, and we're going to picture that spiral of that beautiful light that you've got, and we're going to take it down through the whole of our body, one chakra at a time. So we're going to start at the crown chakra, and I want you to picture that beautiful, beautiful iridescent color, and you're watching it go through your crown chakra and feeling that ignition of energy. Feel that wonderful, magical energy as it starts to regenerate itself. So that's at your crown chakra. And next, we're going to come down to the third eye chakra point, which is at the midpoint of your forehead. And again, you're going to imagine that beautiful spiral of light sitting here at your third eye and activating and regenerating that third eye chakra. And remember, each of the chakras are extremely important for so many reasons, but this particular one allows us to see clearly. So let it work, let it do its magic. So that beautiful, beautiful spiral of light coming down to your third eye. And then we come down to our throat chakra, and we're going to do exactly the same. That spiral of beautiful light. Allow it to sit at your throat. Allow it to help to heal the words you cannot say, the words you need to say, and any other reason for your communication issues. You're regenerating each of these areas yourself. And then coming back to that heart chakra. And again, that beautiful spiral of energy. Feel it at your heart center. Feel it doing its magic. Feel it regenerating your heart, just adding to what we've already given it. Feel the love within you. Expand that love within you. Know you are worthy of love, and know that you are worthy of loving your own self, and by the same token of healing yourself. And next, we work our way down to the solar plexus chakra point. Again, you're watching that beautiful color that you've visualized, that beautiful spiral of magical color at your solar plexus, your emotional center, allowing it to heal, allowing it to calm, allowing it to regenerate itself, and allowing it to help you to feel better about yourself, within yourself. And as we're doing that chakra center, let's take in the sacral chakra as well, because they're both very much the same. They're both very much connected with those emotions and feelings, feelings of how we feel about ourselves as well as others, and how we feel about our bodies, and how we feel about our own health, and how we feel about those around us as well. So that beautiful spiral of light, the magical color that you chose, just watch it over and feel it over your solar plexus and your sacral chakras. And then we come to the sacral chakra point, which is in the groin area. Again, you watch that beautiful spiral of light. I don't know about you, but my whole system is tingling. It feels as if it's really swirling, and all that energy is moving and growing. So that beautiful sacral chakra, that grounding point for all of us, which is important, being able to let go of things, being able to ground ourselves, and being able to look at ourselves in different ways. And now imagine that beautiful swirling spiral of light going down each of your legs. I want you to see that going down and down and down, all the way down your legs. And remember, as we're doing this, we're pushing out any pain, any hurt, any damage that's going on within our cellular structure. And when the swirling light has arrived at your feet, I want you to imagine that it's going into the ground, into the earth. It's anchoring you down, and it is drawing out and down all of those negative pains, damage, cells, anything, just taking it out in a spiral down into the earth. And now I want you to find those tree roots that we were talking about earlier on, those magical connections where everything is interconnected. And I want you to send that energy, that beautiful spiral of light, up through those roots, up through those trees, out into the canopies of those forests, and then out into the sky. And watch it going up and up and up, past our universe, past our earth, into the universe, to all the outer galaxies. And imagine that we are a particle of light that's in that. And if we look back, we can see our planet, and it should be glowing beautifully from all the wonderful, wonderful energy that you have put into it and shared with one another and with our world. Just sit for a minute and just know that you have, in this very short time, done quite a lot of good, not only for yourselves, but for everybody on our planet and in our universe and in our galaxies. That includes our Earth, includes every plant, animal, human. And now we're going to bring that beautiful healing energy back down to you. And as you do that, you're bringing all the collective energies from the galaxies, from the universe, from our world, from the trees, from the plants, from the animals, bringing everything into your own system and allowing that healing to happen. And as we all do, we all know people who need healing. And I want you to, through the evening, think about some of those people that need healing. Put their names in your healing book. Put the names in my healing book. Just send me those names and I'll make sure that the names go in my healing book. We've only done something very, very small this evening. But for me, it was very important that I listened to what Spirit had to say yesterday. So I hope that that has helped you a little. But remember, we can heal ourselves. We can heal others. We can help wherever it's necessary. All we have to do is to think, and it will be done. I think the words in The Secret are thoughts become deeds. So let's think these healing thoughts, and let's imagine that we can help our planet, help each other, but most importantly, help us as individuals. Okay, I hope everybody's okay, and I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different tonight, and maybe we should do a once a month global healing, because I think it is very, very important. But yeah, I needed to do it, and Spirit needed to do it, so we all can do our little bit. And for those of you that didn't hear earlier on, um, great, thank you, Mary. Last Monday, I fell sick after my. You nearly went to fairyland, Lenny. I love it, but I fell sick after I did my live last week, and I literally crashed, and I had influenza A, so I've been really, really sick, and I shouldn't have done tonight, but Spirit told me do it, so I'm going to finish now because I don't want to push myself too much. But I know that it's important that we learn that we are part of the divine, part of the God force, and part of the healing that we can bring about to so many people. And if you hear of anybody that needs healing, just share a little bit of that you've just done today. Remember to reconnect to your heart space and your liver, and make sure you ground yourself. But as you're doing all of that, what you've done tonight will carry on as well. So just do as much as you can. It doesn't have to be a lot. It only has to be a thought. But by doing that meditation as well, you've actually helped to regenerate and help to put yourself right as well. Hi, Tina. um, Thank you, Janie. I'm glad you enjoyed that. And we know, do you know, all of us know a lot of people that need a lot of healing for one thing and another. I'm hearing so much cancer. I'm hearing so much of everything, and it's really quite sad. But let's help each other. Help ourselves is important. And once you've helped yourself, then you can help others, because once you get stronger within yourself, then you can give out to other people as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, and it was something different. But I would really, I'd like your opinion, because I'd like to do a global healing once a month if I can. It's just something that's come to me. But don't forget, if you do have any names for healing, please give me the names and I can put them in my healing book. Yes, Lenny, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the living. Absolutely. But care about yourself and think about yourself and regenerate, replenish your own pain, hurt, and damaged cells. And I think I'm going to just call it a day there. It was fantastic. Lucille, how lovely to see you as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on tonight. I really, really do appreciate it. But I will see you next week. And hopefully I'll be on top form next week, God willing. But anyway, take care, everybody. Look after yourselves, but look after those closest to you as well. And yeah, I'll leave it for now. Okay, thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.